Hey everyone, my name is Phil with the International Water Institute, part of the River of Dreams staff. I'm here to walk you guys through a story map online of Paddle to the Sea's journey from Nipigon Country to the Atlantic Ocean. The story map has additional pictures and questions for you guys to go over as you read the book and to help you better understand his journey. Let's take a look. The story begins of a little boy in Nipigon Country in Canada. He carves a little canoe called Paddle, and this is where he starts his journey. Lake Nipigon is one of the largest lakes in Canada and even in the world. What are some of the early adventures Paddle experiences? Check out the map on the right to refresh your memory of his beginning stages of his journey. As Paddle exits the Nipigon River and Nipigon Country, he makes his way into Lake Superior, the largest freshwater lake in the world. Lake Superior covers portions of Canada, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. What are some of the things Paddle sees along his journey? Click on the blue dots on the map and you can check out some of the things he sees and experiences he has there. As he exits Lake Superior, he makes his way towards Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan is the third largest Great Lake, but is the second lake Paddle sees along his journey. He makes his way straight south on Lake Michigan as he is dropped off on a ship. Once he is released from the ship, he is beached on the shores near Chicago, Illinois, and where he eventually makes his way back up Lake Michigan along the coast of Michigan. When he makes his way towards Lake Huron, he sees a forest fire, and you can see by clicking the blue dot on the map. As he leaves Lake Michigan, the next lake he encounters is Lake Huron. Lake Huron is the second largest lake and is the third Great Lake Paddle sees along his journey. By the time he reaches Lake Huron, the lake is frozen. So instead of floating across the lake, how does Paddle get across it? And how does he exit Lake Michigan at the end of his journey there? Paddle eventually makes his way to Lake Erie after a little girl picks him up in her dad's boat and brings him towards Lake Erie. Lake Erie is the fourth largest Great Lake and is the fourth lake Paddle sees along his journey. Once Paddle is in Lake Erie, he sees a bunch of different big cities along his way, including Toledo, Sandusky, and Cleveland, before he eventually reaches Buffalo, New York, which is home to a great waterfall. After Lake Erie and Paddle makes it safely over Niagara Falls, he travels his way down the Niagara River and makes his way to Lake Ontario. Lake Ontario is the smallest Great Lake and it is the final Great Lake before Paddle makes his journey towards the ocean. His journey across Lake Ontario is pretty quiet, but he does see a major city there. After he goes across Lake Ontario, he reaches the St. Lawrence River. The St. Lawrence River is a famous river in the fur trade of the 1800s, where voyagers would travel up and down to make trades of the fur and make their way from the ocean inland. This was the final stretch of Paddle's journey to the ocean, and he did see a couple of major cities along his way there before making his way to the Gulf of St. Lawrence. Paddle finally reaches the Atlantic Ocean after he reaches the Gulf of St. Lawrence. Paddle catches the current of the ocean and eventually ends up across the ocean on the shores of France in in Europe. What do you think Paddle's journey across the ocean was? What do you think he saw out there? Paddle was picked up just off the shore of France in a fishing boat, and the news makes it all the way back to Nipigon Country, where the little boy is now grown, hears of his little canoe he sent on his journey several years ago.